also the interesting thing that you touch about in terms of your music, right? One of your biggest songs, Remember When It Rained. Allegedly, you didn't even get a cent from it because Josh Groban's team didn't clear the song. What
Yeah.
happened?
Yeah. So when you remix somebody's song, you have to consult them first. You can't just go about it and do whatever as you please because they can come for you, especially Americans. They don't play.
Yeah.
So Rona, we did contact them through our lawyers at the time. Our lawyer was Mr. Leslie Sidibe. Shout out to Grootman, he helped us set up TS Records. Shout out to also Vuslia, who also helped us set up TS Records. Yeah, but these guys never came back to us. We had been in contact with them from I think May, June, all the way. The album ended up being released in November with these guys not getting back to us.
Jeez.
But as we dropped the song, immediately about a week later, they gutted us. And for some reason, internet wasn't as big as it is, but somehow they found out that we had released this thing in South Africa.
Snap.
Cease and desist, like stop all releases, pull back anything you've released out there. There used to be CD Reliable Warehouse, there used to be Musica, there used to be Bo that music store was big at the time also. Anyway, yeah, we had to recall all. We had printed our first 15,000 copies, and those copies were sold out. Sold out meaning the stores bought all of them. So this album was basically becoming a hit because as soon as we dropped it on radio, you could just, as much as there was no technology, you could not trend, but you could feel the vibe when you go to Durban, when you get into the Eastern Cape, when you get to Swaziland, when you go to Cape Town, Western Cape, Northern Bloemfontein, when you go to Limpopo, Northwest, Mpumalanga, you can feel when a song is becoming big and it's catching a buzz. It was that. And this is like the festive is starting. It's beginning of November. We released it on the 11th of November. I remember 11th of November 2006 or 7, around there. I think 7 or 6, I don't remember. 6, I'm not sure. And then yeah, we get that email and then we pull back all of the stock. When we pull back all of the stock, our lawyers got involved immediately, but the best deal we could come up with was they let us release it, but they were not giving us a single cent of the publishing. They took 100%.
Yo. Like when it comes to sampling, bro, like I always say this, I have a love and hate relationship with sampling, bro. Because sampling, bro, most sample songs are hits. Most sample songs are hits, bro. Trust me. Most samples, bro. The problem is when you don't clear the sample. The problem starts when you don't clear the sample, bro. Like, remember when it rained, bro? This was one of the biggest songs at the time, dog. The December was crazy when this song came out, bro. I remember it clearly, bro. But homie didn't make it cent, dog. No publishing, bro. Imagine, bro. He could still be eating off this song, bro, till today, bro. That was 2006, 7, 5, somewhere there, bro. But like, homie could still be earning if the sample was cleared at the right time. You know, and the Wayans don't want to clear samples because they don't want to learn music theory, you know what I mean? And I understand it's a lot of work, bro, like learning music theory and stuff, you know, trying to produce your stuff from scratch. But once you know it and you learn the skill, you know, you don't ask anybody for permission. You just release your stuff freely. You know what I mean? Like, you free. Most great songs are samples, though. I don't lie. Most great songs are samples, bro. But if you really love sampling like that, like, just dig deep, though. Like, dig deep. Like, back then, they used to dig in crates back there. Like, go to YouTube and go to the 1660 music stuff, you know, like the old stuff. Go there, you know. Sometimes those songs, they are like, there's this thing in music that when songs reach 50 years, now they live in the public domain. You know what I mean? Like everybody can use them. You know, after 50 years or some stuff. Some countries it's 70 years. You know what I mean? So if it's old stuff, it's public domain. Everybody's free to use them. You know what I mean? So that's another tip that I could share. You know what I mean? It's like if the song is over 17, some other countries is Is some other countries is 50 years, then the song reverts back to public domain. Everybody owns it. I mean, everybody has free range to use it. So yeah, that's another gem that you could learn. But if the person is still alive and kicking, bro, and the family still, still alive, and they still control the catalog, just clear the sample, talk to the family, get some blessings. You know what I mean? Just make your due diligence, bro, and just clear the sample, and you're free. You don't have stress. You can share royalties. They can give you some of the publishing if they still want to. You know what I mean? You can make a proper deal, and everybody wins. It's a win-win situation. But hey, bro, I still have a love and hate relationship with samples, though, because sometimes you make a hit, bro, and unfortunately, see that you can't release it, or they take 100% of the publishing, and it is what it is. But I don't lie, man. Great songs are samples, bro. That's Kanye, bro. It is what it is, bro.